Picture this: candlelit dinners, marathon texting, and the eternal conundrum. How do you actually win a woman's heart? Is it flowers, chocolates, outrageous serenades in the rain? Before you start rehearsing your John Cusack boombox routine, let's cut straight through the cliches and get to the real game changer. Here's the truth. If you want to stand out in a sea of suitors, you need more than just a decent haircut and a witty Tinder bio. Forget what's your favorite color or what do you do for fun. Those are as memorable as last week's weather. The real secret. It's all about the one question. The nuclear code of romantic intrigue. But first, let's deep dive into the psychology of attraction. Scientists have spent decades dissecting the mysterious art of catching someone's eye. Spoiler alert, it's not about having the jawline of a Greek god or the bank account of a tech billionaire. In fact, studies show that what truly sparks a connection is much more subtle and infinitely more interesting. It's about curiosity, the kind that makes someone feel like the protagonist in their own personal rom-com. When you show genuine curiosity, you create a magnetic pull. You make her feel seen, heard, and, most importantly, fascinating. People are drawn to those who shine a spotlight on their uniqueness. And that, my friend, is your golden ticket. Now let's obliterate the myth that women are looking for perfect answers. The truth? They're searching for someone who asks the right questions. The kind of questions that make them stop, smile, and forget the rest of the world exists for just a moment. If you can do that, you're already miles ahead of the competition. So, what exactly is this mystical, heart-winning question? Drumroll, please. It's not, "Will you go out with me?" or "Do you believe in love at first sight?" Those are rookie moves. The question is far more nuanced, and its power lies in how it's asked. Ready for the reveal? Ask her, what's something you've always wanted to do, but never had the chance to? Why does this work like magic? Simple. This question unlocks a treasure chest of dreams, desires, and secret ambitions. It's a window into her truest self, the self that doesn't always get to show up in everyday conversations. And when you ask it, you're not just making small talk, you're inviting her to share her world. Let's break down the science. Psychologists call this the self-disclosure effect. When people share personal stories and aspirations, they feel a rush of connection, a sense of being understood. By encouraging her to open up about her dreams, you're not just winning her interest, you're building an emotional bridge. But let's not stop there. This question is a launch pad. The real magic happens in how you listen. Lean in, figuratively if you're texting, literally if you're on a date, and show her that you're genuinely captivated. Ask follow-up questions, get animated, laugh, share your own stories. Turn the conversation into an adventure. Here's a bonus power move. Whatever she says, no matter how wild or whimsical, don't judge. Maybe she wants to backpack across Mongolia or start a llama rescue farm. Maybe she dreams of writing a novel or learning to salsa dance in Buenos Aires. The wilder, the better. Your job, be her enthusiastic co-conspirator, the kind of person who says, "That's amazing, what stopped you so far?" Or, "What would your dream day look like if you did that?" Why does this matter? Because in a world full of people who play it safe, you're the one giving her permission to dream out loud. You become the human equivalent of a green light, and that's unforgettable. Now, let's talk about what not to do. Do not, repeat, do not turn this into a job interview. This isn't about ticking boxes or giving advice unless she asks for it. Your role is not to solve her problems, but to be wildly interested in her answers. If you start spouting unsolicited solutions, you're veering into well-meaning uncle territory. Nobody wants that. Another pitfall: don't make it about yourself. Resist the urge to hijack the conversation with your own stories before she's had a chance to share hers. Yes, you're fascinating. Yes, you've bungee jumped off cliffs and rescued kittens from trees. But right now, it's her spotlight. Let her shine. Here's where the plot thickens. As she opens up, you'll notice something remarkable. The conversation will flow. The awkward silences that haunt first dates, gone. The forced small talk about the weather, obliterated. You'll find yourself in the midst of a genuine, thrilling connection. The kind that leaves you both grinning like idiots at the end of the night. But wait, there's more. This question isn't just a conversation starter, it's a compatibility detector. Pay attention to her answers. Do her dreams align with yours? Are you both adrenaline junkies or more into quiet nights with a good book? Does she want to settle down in a cozy cabin, or is she planning a life of globe-trotting adventure? Her answer gives you a sneak peek into your future dynamic as a duo. Still not convinced? Let's look at the evidence. In one study, researchers paired up strangers and gave them a list of deep, open-ended questions to ask each other. By the end of the exercise, many reported feeling closer than some of their lifelong friends. That's the power of self-disclosure. It's like emotional superglue. But here's the twist. It's not just about asking the question. It's about the energy you bring. Be curious, but not interrogative. Be playful, but not dismissive. Show enthusiasm, but don't overdo it. You want to be the person who makes her feel like she's just won the conversational lottery. And here's where things get really interesting. When you ask someone about their dreams, you're also signaling that you value growth. You're showing that you're not just interested in who she is now, but who she wants to become. That's rare. Most people are too busy impressing others to notice what makes someone else tick. So, what comes next? Maybe she tells you she's always wanted to learn to surf but never lived near the ocean. Maybe she confesses a secret longing to perform stand-up comedy. Whatever it is, you now have a golden opportunity. Help her take the first step. Suggest a surf lesson, find a comedy open mic, or simply cheer her on. You become more than a date. You become her partner in crime. And that's the kind of connection that lingers long after the check arrives. Let's add a dash of practical magic. If you're chatting online, use emojis, GIFs, and playful banter to keep the energy high. If you're face-to-face, use body language, smiles, eye contact, the occasional "wow, tell me more," to show you're fully engaged. Remember, enthusiasm is contagious. Now, let's turbocharge your conversational arsenal. Here are a few variations to keep things spicy. If someone handed you a plane ticket to anywhere, where would you go and why? What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? If you could wake up tomorrow with any new skill, what would it be? Each of these questions taps into the same secret sauce: curiosity, adventure, and the thrill of possibility. They're invitations to dream, and everyone loves an invitation. But here's a plot twist. Sometimes she might not have an answer right away, and that's okay. The point isn't to put her on the spot. It's to create a space where she can explore what excites her. If she pauses, smiles, and says, I've never thought about that before," congratulations. You've already made an impact. Let's not forget the most powerful move of all: vulnerability. If you want her to open up, be willing to share your own dreams too. Maybe you've always wanted to write a screenplay or road trip across the country. By revealing a piece of your own heart, you invite her to do the same. It's a two-way street, and the traffic is all good vibes. Now, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. Why does this question matter so much? Because it breaks the mold. It transforms an ordinary conversation into an extraordinary one. It shows that you're not just another face in the crowd. You're the person who makes her feel excited about the future. And here's the kicker. You don't have to be a smooth talker or a master of witty banter. All you need is a genuine interest in who she is and who she wants to become. That's the kind of energy that can turn a simple question into the beginning of something unforgettable. So, next time you find yourself wondering what to say, skip the generic and go straight for the gold. Ask her about her dreams. Listen like it's the most important story you've ever heard. And watch as the conversation transforms from small talk to soul talk. There's a reason the world's greatest love stories begin with curiosity. It's the spark that ignites everything else. Now, imagine the possibilities. One question, infinite outcomes. Will she tell you about her secret ambition to travel the world, her desire to start a business, rescue puppies, or learn a new language? Every answer is a new adventure, a new chapter waiting to be written. And here's the secret you didn't know you needed. Women remember the men who make them feel alive, who remind them of their wildest dreams, who spark a sense of wonder instead of just going through the motions. Be that man. Because in the end, everyone's looking for someone who sees them, not just the version they show to the world, but the dreamer inside, the one with hopes, fears, and a bucket list a mile long. When you ask the right question, you're saying, "I see you." And that's more powerful than any pickup line ever written. So, the next time you're face to face with a woman you want to impress, don't ask about her job, her favorite movie, or whether she likes pineapple on pizza. Go deeper, get curious, be bold. Ask about her dreams and watch as the magic unfolds. Because the best way to win a woman's heart isn't with grand gestures or cheesy lines. It's with a single, unforgettable question and the willingness to listen to the answer.